Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. This is Vishal and let's start today's weekly sectoral analysis. Before I share today's video, I would like to share with you that today's video is going to be extremely important, and the main reason for that is there are few sectors currently in the market which were performing, and it seems that for time being they are getting subdued. They might come down, those stocks might come down, and a few of the sectors which were underperformance few months back, now they are gaining strength. So kindly watch the entire video till the last. Only then whatever analysis I'm going to share in this video will be helpful for you. All right, let's start the video. So as usual, I'll be sharing my view regarding the Nifty futures monthly time frame chart. In monthly time frame chart, it is clearly visible that the trend is exceptionally strong. You can see prices are moving above both of the moving averages. If we have a look in the weekly time frame chart, I guess since this particular candle, which is on 3rd of October, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, six weekly candles. After that, we have one candle which is of red color. So you can see the amount of momentum which we had in the weekly time frame charts. Now, is there anything problematic over here? The answer is no. Nothing seems to be wrong over here. Only thing is that in the daily time frame chart, we are at a resistance. You can see over here, we are at a 127.20% Fibonacci extension, which is a resistance. After that, we can see there have been 3 consecutive higher highs in price. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, 4. And in RSI, we have been making 4 consecutive lower highs. So which is a clear sign that there is a negative divergence between price and the RSI. And this is something which means that the momentum with which prices were rising higher, the velocity with which pricing were rising higher is coming down. Now, if you must have seen any of my videos which I shared on YouTube, which was a 60-second video, I clearly told that if Nifty futures close or trade below 18,300 levels, it could be problematic for the market. Now, what happened on Friday was we saw Nifty futures more than 100 points down. But I think late noon covering, what happened, it took the support of this particular moving average and it bounced back. And there is a gap also over here. So as of now, how will things pan out? It's very difficult to say, to be very frank. But I'm sure about one thing, that if you're a short-term trader, if you're a swing trader, you should be very, very careful about initiating your new trades. I'm not saying do not trade, but be careful about which particular sector you are picking up. And within that sector, are you picking a stock which is showing signs of strength or not? Otherwise, in this consolidation, in this sideways move, your stop losses might get triggered. So my view on Nifty futures would be that actually it needs a correction. It needs a correction of close to 100 to 200 points, maybe 300 points max to max. Nothing more than that. I'm not talking about a very deep correction. I'm just talking something like a couple of 100 points of profit booking or slightly more than that, or maybe a consolidation. So that will only, we will come to know with time how markets are going to move. But one thing is for sure, that you should be very, very careful before initiating the trades about your position size. All right. Let's move ahead to the Bank Nifty futures. Bank Nifty futures, we can clearly see that the trend is up. Let's have a look at the weekly time frame charts. In the weekly time frame charts, you can see things are going pretty fine. The RSI is into overbought levels in the weekly time frame chart, and even in the daily time frame chart, RSI is at 70. So this is a sign of strength. But very soon we could hit, if the Bank Nifty futures, keep going ahead, we could very soon hit this particular resistance, which is at 43,000, which is 500 points away from you. Now, in Bank Nifty futures, things are looking pretty okay, but there is a major difference right now between PSU banks and private banks. Now, if you look at the private banking chart, it is clearly visible that the momentum with which the private banking stocks have gone higher is different. You can see there's an up move, a consolidation, up move, consolidation, and up move. Generally, such moves long laster. They last much longer. I'm sorry, they last much longer, and they are very slow in nature. On the other hand, if you check PSU banks, this is a totally different story. You can see this particular move has been extremely fast. So one thing I would like to add about private banks is that they are at a particular resistance. You can see this. You can see this. So am I trying to say that the private banking stocks might come down? No. But it will be stock selection which will be the key. And over here, one stock is Axis Bank. Now, this particular stock is consolidating right now. Why? Because it went up with a very fast speed. It needs more consolidation. If it consolidates for a few days more, all right, and then if it starts moving higher, you could find a very good trade in terms of a swing trade in this particular stock. Second stock which I can see is ICICI Bank, which I had also shared in my last weekly sectoral analysis. This stock is already going higher slowly and steadily, and I believe it would continue to do so. Third stock is Kotak Bank. It has given a positional breakout on this particular day, which is 16th of November. Yes, there's a negative candle over here because it is taking resistance from this level. It might consolidate, it might come down, but after consolidation, if it moves higher, closes above this level once again, then I think the prices will continue moving higher. Now let's have a look at the PSU banking chart. In PSU banks, you can see the rally is literally vertical, and generally vertical rallies do not sustain longer. And I believe when this will happen, we don't know, but a consolidation or a profit booking must start. And the major reason for that is prices are pretty far away from these moving averages. RSI, weekly RSI is almost near 80. And if you have a look at the daily time frame charts, and in the daily time frame charts, we have made a higher high in price. In RSI, we have made a lower high. So this is a clear-cut sign of a, you can say, slowdown of a momentum. So possibly going ahead, we could see some slowing down of the momentum. The velocity with which prices were moving higher could reduce, and we are also coming near to an important resistance, which is the 261.80% Fibonacci extension. So if you have been holding PSU banks as a positional trade in your portfolio, keep on trailing your stop losses aggressively. All right. Metal pack. Now, as I told in the starting of the video, that's something important I'm going to share over here. See, metals were the sectors, forget about this move. I think in 2022 correction, IT and metal, these two had underperformed very badly. Now, these two sectors, first we'll talk about metal. Metal has gone up, came down, it consolidated. Again, it's trying to go up. Now, if I draw this particular trend line, if I just paste it over here in the daily time frame chart, you can see that some sort of resistance is visible, right? Overall trend is up in the weekly time frame chart, in the daily time frame chart. Now, there could be a consolidation over here, maybe short-term profit booking. It could happen in the metal pack. But after this consolidation is completed, after the profit booking is completed, chances are post-consolidation, prices will slowly and steadily start moving higher on the upside in metal pack. And from my side, one stock which is the leader is Tata Steel. Tata Steel currently is not that strong in comparison to other stocks. Like if you check like Hindalco, which I'd shared last week, and immediately the next day, there was a 6% move on the upside. If you check the stock like Jindal, which is the leader right now, all right. If you check the stock JSW Steel, in fact, this is even stronger than Tata Steel. But Tata Steel is one stock which hasn't been able to perform that much in terms of metal pack. So I believe now is the time, hopefully, Tata Steel will start moving higher after a decent consolidation or whenever the big breakout comes. All right. So keep this particular stock in your list. Autopack. Now, Autopack is the particular sector which had performed very nicely right from the start. I'll just try to share with you the exact numbers. I'll just reduce the size of the chart and I'll plot this particular tool over here. Right from the March of 2022, The auto pack has been able to, go higher by close to 48%. 47.50 means 48%, close to 50%, you can say. And in how many days it has happened? 247 days. Fine. So basically, the entire move on the upside has been pretty nice. This upside started when entire market was correcting, because do not forget, this particular sector started moving in March. Now, if you check properly, when did Nifty created a bottom? When did Bank Nifty started going higher? I think it started going higher somewhere over here in June. All right. So auto pack started going higher much before, and it needs a breather. It needs some sort of cool off, basically. So that is one reason. Second reason is, if you check the weekly time frame chart, if I convert this chart into a line chart, you can see higher highs in price, you can see lower highs in RSI. This is also, although this particular negative divergence is not that strong, this is a weaker negative divergence. But if you check the overall state of trend, I believe it has come at a place when there is a stiff resistance. So maybe some consolidation, some profit booking might continue in the auto pack. And for time being, I would try to stay away from the auto pack. And once I think this selling is over, it cools down, once again it starts moving higher, then I will start looking back at the auto pack. It is not looking like a big crash or something. It's a gradual profit booking which is actually required. All right. IT pack. Now, just like metal, IT pack was one of the sectors which had performed miserably in 2022. And this sector is trying to move higher. It's trying its best to gain momentum. And we are very, very near in closing above this high. If it does happen, we would be completing a double bottom. And whatever distance we can see over here, equal distance we'll be traveling on the upside. Mind that. And within this sector, one stock which has come to my notice is Tech Mahindra. You can keep a watch on this stock in case if we have a big green candle closing above this particular level, which is somewhere around 1100, then I could say that a decent up move on the upside could start. All right. And this is a positional pick, not a swing trade. Financial sector is, I think, looking pretty strong. Overall trend is up. We have even been able to close above the resistance. One stock from my side is Bajaj Finserv. But the view for this stock, sorry. Yeah. So the view for the stock is for a swing trade. In case if these lows are not broken, and if we start moving higher from here, then a decent short-term swing trade could appear in the charts. So keep this particular stock in your watch list. Pharma pack. In Pharma pack, I just track two stocks. One is Cipla and the other one is Sun Pharma. Now, I would like to stay away from both of these stocks. If I compare both of the stocks, one is Sun Pharma, one is Cipla. I think Sun Pharma is the leader over here. It is more stronger. So whatever profit booking you can see over here, you can see slightly profit booking has occurred in last few days, and even in Cipla, it will come to an end sooner or later. But whenever it will come to an end, these two stocks are the one you need to see. And there is a higher probability that Sun Pharma might stop going down much sooner than Cipla. So keep tracking these stocks. But as of now, there is nothing to do in these stocks. All right, just keep tracking them, because whenever the right time comes, you should be trading in those stocks. Keep on buying a stock when the stock is falling makes no sense, because today you buy, tomorrow the stock goes down 5%, again 7%, 10%. You're not making money. So patience is the name of the game. Whenever the stock starts reverting from down to up, that is the time you start buying again. All right. FMCG pack. FMCG pack, I think it is more or less consolidating. I had clearly shared my view on this particular sector even in my last weekly sectoral analysis, that this sector needs sideways consolidation, which is happening pretty decently. And one stock which I can see over here is ITC. ITC, if it manages to hold on to this particular candle, you can see this candle over here. This candle is somewhere around, you can say, 339. So in case if ITC doesn't close below 339 or 338, and if it starts moving higher, then probably you can time your trades in the monthly, in the hourly time frame chart, or maybe lower than that for a decent swing trade. Realty pack. Now, this is the joker in the pack, right? Joker in the pack, what I'm trying to say over here is this was one of the sectors which was looking very, very attractive somewhere over here. It gave a breakout, suddenly start coming down. And now this sector is moving higher when important sectors like auto is trying to come down, when PSU banks are looking extremely overstretched. Is it going to happen that once again it's going to surprise us by giving a breakout? Well, we don't know. But one thing is for sure, that if it closes above this particular resistance band, which is 461, 462, then I think all of the realty stocks will start moving higher, right? So keep a watch on the realty pack. Now, consumption pack, you can clearly see in the weekly time frame chart, the trend is flat. Prices have come down. In the daily time frame chart, the trend is down. All right. So in consumption pack, I think you will have to be very, very careful, because if this particular low is broken, which is at 7583, then you will see this sell off continuing for some more time. If this low is not broken, and if the prices start moving higher, then you should just look for initiating short-term swing trades. I'm not talking about any positional trades over here. All right. Mid caps. Now, mid caps, I think they are more or less looking similar in the weekly time frame chart, just the way they were, if you can see the consumption pack. So more or less, I think the mid caps are also consolidating, but in the daily time frame chart, you can clearly see that there is a very strong support zone over here. There's a very strong support zone. If it is broken, if it closes below this, then yes, it could lead to problems. But till this particular support zone is holding on, we could see a bounce back from here on. But be very, very careful. Choose your stocks very carefully. And once again, when the entire market is consolidating, when Nifty is consolidating, trade less. Do not jump into any trades very, very fast. Think twice. Trade less. Deploy less position sizing. If you make less money right now, it is completely all right, because there was lots of time to make money when the market was trending, and generally when markets are sideways, it's not very easy to make money. So once I think we have a decent breakout on the upside above 18,500, or once the consolidation is over, then the stocks start moving higher, then it is the time to probably, being aggressive. And sorry for my voice, actually I'm feverish. So that is the reason my voice is a bit different today. All right. But I hope this educational video helped you to understand how markets will move in the next few days. Trade less and trade wisely. Thank you.